Is the Fujifilm XT-3 still worth buying in 2023? Let's find out. What's up guys, Rashid here, and today I'm going to talk about whether or not the Fujifilm XT-3 is still worth buying in 2023. I've been using this camera for the past 3 years as my main camera, but for the last year I've been using the Sony a7 III, but more on that later. I did take it with me on many travels. Like I took it with me to the Mount Kilimanjaro. I also took it with me to Norway, to Iceland. So it has been my main camera for many travels. But now there are more models out there, and I just wanted to see if you're a beginner filmmaker, whether or not this could be an option for you. But first, let's start with the specs. It has a 23.5mm times 15.6mm APC sensor size and a BSI CMOS sensor and type 4 with primary color filter. The Fujifilm X mount, of course, it takes 26 megapixel photos. It has a 3-inch tilting LCD screen, and it shoots 4K at 60 frames per second, and it shoots Full HD at 120 frames per second. So let's talk what I really liked about this camera. Well, it's easy to use, and it's not complicated, and it doesn't have like complicated menus or stuff like that. So it's very user friendly. It shoots great log footage. That's if you want to go to the next step when it comes to color grading, etc. It shoots very nice log footage, and if you want to skip the whole color grading workflow, then it has a lot of presets, lots of cool presets. One of my favorite that I used a lot in the beginning especially was the Eterna preset, and that gives a more of a cinematic look. It has a high bitrate while filming in 4K at max 25 frames per second, and the focus is also very intuitive. So now that we've covered what I like about the camera, let's talk about one of the deal breakers why I switched to the Sony a7 III as my main camera. Well, one of the things that I was really struggling with is the grip. I have pretty long fingers, so when I want to grip the camera, it doesn't really have it has too much of a shallow grip. So I always have the feeling that it can slip out of my hand very easily, and also what also was a deal breaker for me was that it doesn't have IBIS. Even when I put it on a gimbal, then my footage didn't really come out as steady as I would have liked. And besides that, I do feel that the Fujifilm series, like the XT series, is more aimed at photographers than videographers. I'm more of a video guy, so it doesn't really it didn't have the stuff that I was looking for when it comes to videography, but it's a great photographer's camera. And I also believe that all the models after the XT4, like the XT4 itself and the XT5, are also more aimed at photographers. Yeah, that's also one of the things that I didn't like. And the quality of the footage when you shoot in full HD, slow-mo, 120 frames per second, it doesn't really come out as crisp as I would like. It comes out a bit mushy. So yeah, that was definitely one of the deal breakers why it's no longer my main camera. Okay, so who's it for? Well, I think the Fujifilm XT-3 is perfect for, like, if you're a professional videographer or a semi-pro, then it's a great backup camera to have, just in case. You can always put it on a tripod or whatever to shoot standing shots or like interviews or stuff like that. But if you're a beginner content creator, and you're more into photography than videography, then this will also be the perfect fit for you. And if you're leaning more towards videography and you're also a beginner, then like I said, it shoots great 4K quality footage, and I do believe that right now it retails at about 800 euros. So it's also very affordable and a decent camera. So this brings me to the end of this video. If you've enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up and please consider subscribing. It will help the channel a lot. And I will see you guys in the next video.